this afternoon, IUPUI a 59-47 win over Kansas City. Again, we ask all media to please turn off their cell phones and then identify yourself when you ask a question, your name, and the agency you are covering. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach, then we'll have questions for only our student athletes. We will then dismiss them and finish up with questions for the coach. So, Coach Parkinson, an opening statement from you.
Well, obviously, thrilled to get the win today. I think anytime you're in a 2-7 game like that, there's a little bit of anxiousness when you have a week to prepare, maybe kind of some screwball defense or do something kind of gimmicky. And so, for our kids to come out the way we did in the first half, I thought it was, really good half. And then, we were able to sustain it late, and we guarded Lisa O'Connor. And we were able to do that and obviously get out with the win.
All right, questions for Kerah Nelson and DeAirra Goss.
Ladies, Ed Holdaway from IUPUI. Talk about the defensive intensity in the first half, and just when you guys weren't hitting shots, you're still getting stops and getting on the glass.
Defense lives here as a part of our program. We practice defense all the time. We know that we have to play defense in order to stop people and the offense will come to us. So our mindset was defense, 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 stop Lisa O'Connor, and that's what we did tonight.
Defense generates our offense mostly, and we didn't get good stops, and that leads to easy offensive possession. So getting stops is something that we really focus on.
Terry Vanderbeck, Jaguars leader Kerah. You guys have three players with double-digit rebounds, which you don't see very often, and you finish plus 20. What's the key to that for you guys? Is there something you guys do where you just kind of naturally good rebounders? How did that kind of play out?
I guess you should come watch our practice and watch our rebound drills. We focus really hard on rebounding, boxing out. So I think those drills in practice really help us in the game. So.
Yeah, it's more of a rebounding mentality. Once you have that, it's pretty easy to offensive rebound and defensive rebound.
And I about passed out when I saw she had 12 rebounds.
Dan Genzer with Summer League. Both of you guys, it was a slow beginning game. Can you talk about the adjustment coming into the Summer League for this tournament? Talking about that a little bit.
Well, I know it's my first time being here playing in a Summer League tournament, so I know I was nervous, and I'm pretty sure most of the other girls were too. But once we got our nerves down and the drilling, kind of slowed down, I think we were good here.
Anything else for our student athletes? All right, ladies, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now we'll open it up to questions for IUPUI coach Austin Parkinson.
Coach Dan Gensworth again, Summer League. Talk about the second half. I mean, first half you guys built a 29-11 lead and seemed pretty comfortable, and then midway through the second half it started changing a little bit. Where do you think why that came about?
Well, I'll be honest. I think us being up 17 points on Kansas City feels like a 25-point game, just because they don't score very often and have trouble scoring. But the second half, a couple things we stopped. We really start our movement kind of slowed down on offense. They made a few shots, and then and we started putting them on the free throw line. I think they only shot 4 free throws the first half. They shot 15 the second half, and a lot of that was us not moving our feet and fouling.
Was it good for your team? I'll follow up. Is it good for your team to get a close one down the stretch in this tournament? I know you probably had some during the year, but in this tournament, does it help them, fight to the end?
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen our team much, but we don't play a lot of blowout games. I mean, most of our games are pretty close. And one of the reasons for that, we defend and rebound, but some days we struggle to shoot the basketball. And so we've been in a lot of close games this year. So if you're asking me, I wish it would be a blowout, but. Anytime, I thought it was good for our kids, coming off the South Dakota State game. If you watch them, they struggled a little bit early in their game, and then they got going. It was kind of the same for us tonight, probably working out the nerves, and, we're just happy to advance.
Coach has 20 wins. Some see that as significant, some don't. What's your take on that?
Well, I see it as significant from the standpoint of, where we were at the beginning. And these kids that have stuck it out, Kerah Nelson in particular, really led us tonight just with her energy and rebounding and how she approached the game. And so, it's quite an accomplishment for these kids to achieve what they've done this year. And the neat thing is, last year we were here and it was like, hey, let's win the first game. And, you know, we did, and we were thrilled, and, you know, then we got blown out by South Dakota State. You know, this year, these kids, you know, have a championship mentality. Now, can we achieve that? We'll see. But it's good for us as a program that the mentality shifted on what we're trying to achieve.
Any other questions for Coach? All right, thank you, Coach.